I am live. Come on in. Let's talk about it. Because this one right here, this one right here, this one take the cake right here. Take the cake, the pie, the hors d'oeuvres, all the meals. Mm, 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 mm. And trust and believe, he ain't the only one. He ain't the only one. RB, what's happening? About to get into something very disturbing. It's not really new news, but what happened today just kind of now it's it's really real, really real. I'm not eating anything. Okay, just waiting for some more people to get up in here. Yo, what's happening, guys? Oh, sure. You know what I do. You know what I do. That's what I'm doing. you'll you'll know in about 2.5 seconds because you're gonna hear that click. Oh yeah, I seen that game just came on. Yeah, I'm gonna turn it on after I get done with this. But I couldn't get through the day without talking about this though. You know, because this is some off the wall shit. But like I just said a second ago though, this stuff be going on. You know what I'm saying? And it's one of the disgusting things that I've never condoned. Never. Like when I hear stories about that, man, I'll be ready to ride. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't care. I don't care. I don't care if you from. I don't care if you from the set. I don't care about that. Because when you violate, you violate. Ah, and the fact that this dude has got on this internet and not too long ago too brought up how Cowboy is on Megan's Law and all of this. Meanwhile, this dude was doing the same thing. But he want to sit here and act like, you know what I'm saying, his hands is clean. Like, nah, you know. So, hold on. I'm trying to get this together real quick, y'all. Just bear with me. Just bear with me. That's not what I wanted. Um, so for those that know, you guys will know what I'll talk about, or will know what I'm talking about. For those that don't know, well, you about to find out. So a few years ago, well, maybe even a couple of years ago, um, well, it was in the it was in the 2020s. Let's just say that, just kind of, you know, break it down so people know exactly the time period and stuff. So it was it was brought out that Nina Boy has had some predator ways in his past, right? And for those that have been following, y'all remember this cat named Due Sims is the one that, pretty much, put it out there. Then it was a whole thing about, because Spiderloak had how I went to Reggie Wright. They had a conversation, whatever, and so he was like, "Boom, we got this girl from the East Coast, and she got this story about Nina Boy that he violated her, right?" So Reggie Wright was like, "Well, she wasn't, I guess, because she wasn't uh quite remembering everything and wasn't, kind of like a little bit, you know, I guess in the devil advocate's eyes, because she couldn't remember certain stuff, you didn't want to touch it, right?" So, but this is the thing, and I'm gonna get to that in a second. So everything kind of quiet down about it, you know, and so today, you know, Spiderloak had dropped a video today with the girl saying that Nina Boy violated her. What's going on, Muhammad? Um, and and when she was talking, you could tell she wasn't. She's not all there, right? But that's not to say that what happened didn't happen, because when you've gone through a traumatic experience, not even necessarily this per se, but just any traumatic experience you have dealt with in your life, it's going to have long lasting effects. Some people come out a little bit better than others as time goes on. Some just don't never recover and fall into a bad case of the addiction and just can't find their way out, which is sad. Um, so, but there's one key component to the story, um, that makes a lot of sense, and that's the fact that she has said that he dropped something in her drink. Now, this is what I'm gonna say to all the people out there that want to sit here and try to say, "Oh well, because she doesn't remember certain stuff, she obviously couldn't tell the truth." This is what I want to ask the audience. And I want to ask the audience that has, whether you still drink tonight, whether you drink now or you drank in the past, on them real drunken nights, and then you wake up the next day, you got the hangover and everything else, you know, how much of the night prior do you remember? Do you remember every single detail of what happened the night prior? You know, do you remember everything from the first time you took that first drink to that last drink you took before you call it a night? You know, ain't too many people going to remember everything that happened the night before. I know me personally, there was plenty of times where, you know, I went out drinking and, you know, I came home and, you know, I went and ate something and laid down, went to sleep, wake up the next morning, or whether it's most likely it's the next day anyways, just a few hours later, and I'm sitting there like, dang, what happened last night? And then I got my people's telling me, you know, saying, hey Jay, you remember what happened last night, or you remember what you did last night, and all this. I'd be like, you know, I can remember some stuff, like the big stuff. I remember. It's the other pieces and details that I may not remember, and it's natural because when you're drinking and you're drinking like that, your brain cells, there's certain brain cells that gets, you know what I'm saying, eliminated, to where you might not, you know, might be a little blurry, might be a little confusing, you know, but as the day goes on, you start get a little bit more clear-headed, but there's certain things that you still might not remember, right? So I throw that out there because I know a lot of times people will take a girl that has been through that, and because she can't remember something, they want to just kind of say, "Oh, well, she's just telling she's just lying and everything else." Woo, woo, woo. Nah, that's a cheap way and real fucked up way to discredit somebody that just went through a traumatic experience. You know, so as she went on to say that, that's when I was like, because the whole time my thing is this. It's not that I never believed or took what she said as to be truthful. My only thing is this. When somebody says that, comes out with that, it's nice to hear their mouth, hear the story coming from their mouth, their voice, their words, and not third party or somebody else saying it, coming directly from the person that was there. You know, and we got that. You know, and I quickly whew, I didn't sub so fast. I'm like, I'm not about to, and you know, Nina Boy kind of, he never really been one of my favorites after the whole shit a couple years ago. You know, I just kind of like, yeah. But I still enjoy his content for the most part. You know, even though I may not agree with a lot of what he says, nonetheless, I was still enjoying the content for the most part. But with that being said, he comes out and he reminds everybody a couple weeks ago about how Cowboy is on Megan's Law. Now, why are you pumping your chest out like that when you know you got that yourself hanging over your head? That's true. Very few people can remember what they did the night before after drinking. Yeah. Straight up. You know. Yeah, that's not a good look at all. At all. You know. And so when that came out, that's when I actually like, wait, hold on. He's just out there who was just trying to run down Cowboy about being on Megan's Law. Like, and the thing about it is, he can't get touched because apparently the statute of limitations ran out on that. You know, which I personally think any crimes of that nature, there should not be a statute of limitations on. A victim should always have the right at their given time to come forward. You know, it's not up to other people or society to dictate when a victim comes forward after they've been violated. You know, it don't make a difference if she's young, if she's old, or whatever. It does not matter. If you get violated, you have the right, because first of all, you got to get through the trauma part of it, because you're reliving it every single night. When you lay down, you close your eyes, or if you're out somewhere, somebody might brush up against you, you know what I'm saying? That might trigger you, and all this stuff you got to fight through and battle through and everything. So you might not be ready to say anything. You might feel embarrassed to say something. You know what I'm saying? You might feel guilty that it happened. You know? And psychologically, that fucks a person up just on that merit alone. You know? So people always try to throw that on them. Now, it's clear-cut day. If you really pay attention, you know who's lying and who ain't lying. You know who's lying and you know who ain't lying. You know, and when you hear this girl's story, now Spider, he got the video up. Let me see. Let's see for a second. Hey, Spider, if it's all good, hey, I'm about to play that part of your video. Because, you know, you do that type of stuff, man, you know good. You know good. So now we're all waiting to hear the response. Like, what does he have to say? What does he have to say? Okay, here we go. Hold on, I'm about to take this off. I got this on Bluetooth. Let me take this off. Oh, see in the building was good. Okay. Well, as a matter of fact, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna let Spider explain it to y'all in his own words. So we're gonna review this. Well, not live.
judge that he handing out lottery numbers that go down year round. Ain't gotta be summer.
Okay, hold on.
This whole ass nigga Nina boy and jumped off the cliff behind the bunk ass hoofless Brim, Damu from Brim's way in Wisconsin, bro. He's such a slow tard. Nina girl. Something that I've been knowing for years and years and years. And y'all didn't know that I knew. I never said nothing. Damn, Reggie Wright knew it for a few years. Never said nothing y'all never knew. But it led up to Deuce M's. All y'all know, including if they say it's telling, even though it's past the statute of limitations with they goofy ass, how you know where nigga gangbang IQ is at and where their hater level is at when they gotta move the goalposts and try to make something that has absolutely nothing to do with real politics, real stripes, real being solid or not, and try to apply it to your real resume, you know they goofballs. When they try to record you saying, I compromise myself because this is the verbiage they use toward me in regards to our little corny ass Damu Kiwi gangbang online game that I'm ashamed that I ever participated in. Within the parameters of that, I was told that somebody assumed I was compromised. So therefore, when I responded, I utilized the exact verbiage. And you know how once you have the recording, you can paint whatever perspective you want. But this was what you have to do to paint me in a bad light.
Go ahead and let this play. Y'all just listen.
A person from East Coast asked me one time about the cheese toast text. Everybody who know me, if you're from East Coast, you know it gotta be some context. It's like we seen white boy from Grape running through the projects talking about fuck Fake Street. No, Grape Street takes offense. Only a slow-tarded, low IQ gang person or someone with a hater spirit who knows better that try to trick somebody into thinking something that the most Easty was doing something inappropriate when he texts fuck cheese toast. Not one homie asked me to explain, so therefore there is no explanation. But shout out to the homegirl from Swan that was on the phone when I did all that dissing, when I kept saying sway, 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 and I was so embarrassed when I realized she was on the phone because we was on some unity. Black unity connection shit, not gonna use loose with my tongue. And she happened to be on the phone, and we was on a conference call. She was like, "Damn, Spider, you forget I was on the phone?" Oh man, I felt horrible. So if you want any type of context, how I was trying to be funny and joke around and make her feel better because we was on some grown, mature, positive unity shit, and I would have never used that verbiage just so loosely had I known she was present or remember she was present. So if you can imagine how those words ever came out my mouth, or not out my mouth, through a text in a group chat, jokingly, in order to make her feel better, then maybe you could understand that. But this whole ass nigga Nina boy jumped on lies and went on a campaign with the snaggletooth nigga that told the world that he raped the bitch. And they getting at me with this whole snitch shit like I give a fuck about what. We gonna try to get in touch with her right now and see if she minds telling us the storyline right here on the Black Bar. Fuck what they talking about. Reggie Wright. Since Deuce M's that announced it to the world that it took place. Yeah. Your secret was safe with me, you whole ass nigga Nina boy. You was a goofball, buster, weirdo. I tried to do this other thing, couldn't catch her. It's the deal, cuz. Hello? Can you hear me? Hello? You said no? I was saying, yeah, I can hear you. I'm recording you. I'm recording you. You hear me? Okay. Are you sober? Yeah, I'm sober. You got a clear mind? Yes, I do. Can you tell me what Nina Boy did to you in that hotel room so many years ago, please? I just know that my friends were trying to leave, and when they left, I guess he stripped me of all my clothes, and after he stripped
all my clothes. He made me. He made me give him head, and after that, I don't remember what happened.
You had got high first?
I just know something happened.
You had got high first?
Hmm?
You had got high first?
No, it was at the Magic Carpet.
I'm saying though, he didn't get you high? Why you don't remember the details?
Because he put something in my drink.
He put something in your drink?
Yeah.
You wanted to leave the room and couldn't. How long was you there?
I was in there all night.
It was just one night?
Huh?
It was just one night?
What sweet potatoes do to sciatic nerve pain.
Hold on.
If you have sciatic nerve pain, there's...
Huh?
It was just one night?
Yeah.
And you wanted to leave and he wouldn't let you leave, or he did not hold you against your will?
He didn't hold me against my will. He left. After he did what he did, he left.
Did he hit you throughout the process?
Huh?
Did he fire on you, slap you, bully you, slam you down, choke you, any of that?
No, I don't think so.
What year was this?
This was, wait a minute. It's 2025 now. It was about 19 or 20.
So, did the homies know about this? Was this discussed, politics, or what?
Yes, they knew about it.
Okay, and when you did the interview with Reggie Wright Channel, when I introduced you to him, was you surprised when the interview didn't come out? Was you surprised?
Was I what?
Was you surprised when it didn't come out?
Yeah.
You straight though?
Yeah.
You straight?
Yeah.
All right, rest in peace to your mama. Cuz I love you for death though. 697, all of them.
Okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't give a fuck. I don't know all the details of the story. All I know is Reggie.
So right there, y'all heard it yourself. Y'all heard it out of the woman's mouth herself. You know. This man, you can't even call him a man. This clown took something from a woman for what? You had to drug her to get her? What? Like, are you serious? Like, when I hear the stories of when guys slip something in a girl's drink just so that he can get some from her, just shows the type of individual you is. You're a disgusting human being. That's like the filth of the earth, that you felt the need to drop something in this woman's drink just so you can have sex with her? Like, I'm pretty sure if she in the room with you and y'all, whatever, I'm pretty sure, hey, whatever was going to happen was going to happen. But the fact that you took that from her, man, and then the homies that was there knew about it, and y'all didn't do nothing then, but y'all gonna like, wow, wow, wow. That's crazy. Like how are you still even good with people? You know what I'm saying? You get this other clown Asmo coming out. Boy, you know what I'm saying? We know each other. And you supporting him. I wouldn't be surprised if he knew about it too. Yo, what up, Tyler? Dude, stop talking about. Huh? I'm not talking about football. Oh, oh. Oh, yeah, my bad. I just see the other comment. You know what I'm saying? Like, to be accused of something, that's one thing. To actually have done it, that's a whole nother scale. Now, I know some people probably going to ask themselves, well, Jay Miller, why are you so worried about it? This is all the way in LA and it ain't got nothing to do with you. The reason why I got a problem with it is because A, I was accused of doing something. I got locked up. I got arrested. I got locked up. And I had to go to trial because somebody accused me of doing something that I never even did. But you did something and you ain't faced no consequences for that. The females that are in my life today and the ones that I dealt with in the past have been through this type of situation. Having to be up there and hear their stories and seeing them cry and seeing the pain that they have to endure, especially when they feel like they can't do anything about it. But you get people like Nina Boy and Cowboy and the rest of these weirdos just roaming around like everything is good, but you get these idiots coming up on the internet talking about protect the mamas and the babies. The message is right. Your actions are hypocritical. You know. And when you look at it, you got a lot of people out here still celebrating certain people that have done disgusting things, but you say that you're against that. Oh, somebody does this to mine, I'm gonna. Meanwhile, you're sitting here, still advertising in some shape, form, or fashion, whatever it is that person does for occupation does. I heard that shooting. Oh yeah, it was over there in Stockton. Yeah, I made a post about it too. Sick. Telling y'all I was crying about the rest when they aren't working for you. How about all the orders? Oh, you saw the post? Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy too, because I was just in Stockton too. I was just in Stockton the other day. That's crazy. I was literally just out there a couple days ago. Oh shit. But that's sad though, you know what I'm saying? Like it was a kid's birthday party and kids lost their lives that day. Like that's I can't fuck with that. And you see the whole reasoning for it is because it was a retaliation hit. This is like, you had to go to a kid's birthday party to go do that? You couldn't have waited until you caught them while they was by themselves? Like, the ones who was involved in doing that stuff, man, y'all go to hell. You know what I'm saying? And what they need to do, they catch your ass and they throw your ass behind them bars. What the boys behind the walls need to do is they need to give y'all a nice little lesson in kids are off limits. All trying to prove a point. A bunch of youngsters all up in their feelings. Look, youngsters want to be respected, but how can you respect something when they're always in their feelings about something? You want to be respected, you can't even hold a conversation as a man. But you want to be respected. Because I'm trying to give you some game about some life. And then you get in your feelings talking about, oh, we don't do that no more. Okay. They don't do that no more until they go upside your head. Then you turn around talking about Black Lives Matter. Power to the people. Like, sit your goofy ass down somewhere. Yeah. They need to put hands and feet on. Man, that's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. Hey, what's up? Got the homegirl in the building. What's going on with you? Motherfuckers don't know how to act these days. It wasn't a shooting, but the whole shit with the mom and her 2 kids being jumped. That was crazy. That was crazy. You know, I'm telling y'all, we need to get back to them old school days. We need to get back to them old school days. These kids want to act like that, and it can't really. These is teenagers, right? These is teenagers, so it's a whole different scale. You know what I'm saying? You're dealing with. They want to start. You better let them have it. You better let them have it. And then you could go run home and tell your mama about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy. You know. If somebody did some stuff like that back in the days, man, you can't come back to the neighborhood. If you that hot, you can't come to the neighborhood. That was a cardinal rule right there that a lot of hoods went by. You know what I'm saying? If you hot, you better not bring your ass around here. I better not see you. I better not hear you was at the liquor store. I don't want no, nada. Because once you make the spot hot, it's all bad. I was a bad kid. I'm mostly locked up in jail now. I'm more happy now. Hey, I wouldn't say I was a bad kid. I just didn't tolerate shit. Because I wasn't doing like mischievous things, like, you know, on the accord of what other kids would do. I'm not saying I never did mischievous things, but there was time in between. My thing was fighting. You know, that's where I got in trouble a lot at, was fighting. You know, so that's why I say I wouldn't necessarily say I was a bad kid, but when you've been in as many fights as I was in as a kid, you know, you kind of get hit with that tag anyways. whether you're wrong or right about the fight. You know, it doesn't even matter. You know, but like I said, I just didn't tolerate stuff, you know. Kids tried to bully me, and because I wasn't letting them bully me, I'm the one that gets in trouble. But I took that though. Because how much you want to bet they didn't do that shit again? You know, and the only ones that really did it again were like the ones I couldn't get to, because they already got me. You know what I'm saying? So, but if they did it again, oh, I was getting to you. You know, you got the yard duties, teachers gonna have to come and snag me, because I like a pit bull. Once I'm on you, I'm on you. You know, and you just gonna have to take that beating. Nah, me, I was out there doing some foul, fucked up shit, plus being called to battle about ones that were scared. I played no games. Yeah, I know that's right. I know that's right. You know. Yeah, and of course, you know, once I got involved, you know, with the streets, you know, you know, I was bad then. That's when I was bad. Cause then I was doing stuff. I was doing stuff I shouldn't have been doing. So, you know. You know, cause like I started cutting school in high school, you know what I'm saying? I cut school, or I would cut like certain classes, you know, or like I would sneak out the house at night. You know what I'm saying? That type of stuff, you know. And it was easy for me because I didn't have no screen on my window. So I didn't have to worry about taking the screen out and putting it back in and doing all that stuff. All I had to do was just open the window, jump out, close it, and see, my mom's room was on the other side of the house. My room was, once I got out my room, you know, I had the pathway to the other side of the gate. So, you know, and my mom wasn't the one to come and like check on me throughout the night, you know, and all that. So, you know what I'm saying? pop that gate open, close it, I'm gone. Come back, boom, boom, get in bed, go to sleep, and wake up like nothing happened. You know, but those, you know what I'm saying, those people that be doing all them call outs, you know, after a while, I just laughed at it. I was just like, if you're gonna do it, just do it. If you're gonna do it, just do it. You know, don't you call me out. I'm here. You know what I'm saying? Where you at? Where you at? I don't see you nowhere. You know what I'm saying? So after a while, I just like, man, look, forget all that talking. If you're gonna do it, just do it now. You know, just do it now. I didn't like the sneakiness of things, because my thing has always been, if you got an issue with somebody, you know, ain't no need to try to sneak and do all this stuff or get this person. Nah, just, you know what I'm saying? Because that's when you, to me, that's when you really earn your stripes. You know, when you're facing it right then and there, you know, because at the end of the day, everybody's not gonna be down like that. Everybody's not willing to sacrifice. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care what's going on around me. This is a bigger issue than anything. And we're going to handle this now. We ain't about to wait out to school. We ain't about to do nothing. We about to handle it right now. You know. I remember sneaking out to the point where long ass screws got put in the windows to oh shit. Dang, that's wild. Yo, what's up? What's going on, Daniel? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like I don't, you know, I wasn't the person to jump people. Other people did that. Now, like what I told y'all about, you know, when I was stomping that fool out and then I started seeing the other feet and everything, I got up out of that. Because, like, appreciate the love, but I don't get down like that. You know, I'm always like, we gonna go one. Hey, if it's me, if it's 1-on-1, 2-on-1, whatever the case may be, I'm here. What's happening? Now we start going to like 4 and 5s and 6s and all that. Yeah, I'm gonna need the homies for this one. Oh yeah, you know them Niners. You know what I'm saying? The Niners, man. I know people counting us out. You know, hell, I was on the verge of counting us out, and we were still winning. But it was just how we was looking, and just the injuries and stuff kept piling up. But over the last few weeks, we've been looking good, and that defense is coming together. You know, we pretty much got our offense back. You know what I'm saying? We pretty much got everybody. Well, we got our offense back. I'm not even including BA. He's to me, he's not a Niner no more. Somebody else can have his whatever, his sorry excuse for a football player. You know, like, I got certain feelings because it's personal. It's personal. Just gonna leave it at that. Leave it at that. But fuck Ayuk. Like, how in the world are you gonna skip rehab sessions? Like, that's a telltale sign you just don't want to be here no more. But you did all that crying. about getting a new contract and everything. You got the new contract. Unfortunately, you got hurt. But you don't want to play for that money, though? You skipping rehab sessions? Like, what kind of prima donna shit is that? Like, you should have been back on the field. Like when they was talking about, your knee wasn't healing right or whatever. Now it all makes sense why it's not healing right. And now you're not getting none of that money. You did all of that for nothing. What kind of idiot is you? Like, what kind of moronic type shit is that? You did all that crime to get the money, and now you're not about to see a dime of it. Because you in your prima donna ways acting like whatever. Like, man, get this clown up out of here. Like, we good with what we got. You should get that money to Jennings. Give that money to Jennings and give a little bit more to KB too. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got a nice receiving core. You feel me? We got a nice receiving core. And we got running backs. Like, come on now. We don't need you. Just like we got rid of cross-dressing Samuel, we got rid of your ass too. You not getting shit. The fuck? And they better not talk about, oh, well, the Niners and Brandon Ayuk have worked it out and everything. Man, yo, hey, anybody that want a 49er Brandon Ayuk jersey, I got one for sale. I got to get me a whole new a collection of jerseys. Because I got Samuel, he ain't with us no more. I got Trey Lance, he ain't with us no more. And BA pretty much ain't with us no more. Shit, all I got is Bowman. All I got is Bowman right now. Man, I need to get me a Kittles jersey. That's what I need to do. I need to get me a Kittles jersey. I need to get me a Trent Williams jersey. I need to get me a Fred Warner jersey. Yeah. I need to get me actual players. Guys that want to play for the 49ers and they love being with the 49ers. All these other dudes is thinking about something else. Sayonara. And by the way, how has Debo been doing over there in Washington? Dog, all this talk, right? Oh, a fresh new start and everything. How is he doing over there? We kept saying, this is not the Debo of 2021 or even 2022 or even 23. You know what I'm saying? This ain't that Debo. That Debo is gone. He decided to wear dresses. That's where his motivation is at. High design dresses. Did you watch Baby? I did not. I was watching movies last night. Get you a Rodgers jersey. You is not funny. I cannot believe you just said that. You know how blasphemous that would be? Oh, no. A humiliation. Oh, man. He is a different Debo. Tell you, man. The boy over there on that high fashion dresses, that high fashion menswear. Yeah, we ain't doing that. That's no. Sure. I heard the Bills took him out today too. I didn't even watch the game, but that's what I heard. Who you got, Mahomes? None. None. Nope. Um, no Rodgers, and definitely not Mahomes. No. That would never happen. 26-9. Mm. Well, okay. Now, I am curious though. I'm curious to see the Patriots as they are constructed now. I am curious to see what they look like in the playoffs. Because there's a lot of people out there freaking out, thinking that they're about to relive the Tom Brady years. And I'm sitting back like, why is y'all tripping? Why is y'all so worried? Like, they haven't done nothing yet. Do they got a good record? Yes. Do they look dangerous? Yes. Playoffs is a whole different animal. You could look dangerous in the regular season and get to the playoffs and look like a little mouse. You know, how many times have we seen wild card teams go up in there and knock out divisional leaders and knock out number twos and number ones? You know what I'm saying? We've seen it over the years. It's all about if you get it. If you get in, you have a chance. You get in and first of all, you get in and you want to go in hot. You want to have a good momentum going. And then when you get it, and then when the playoffs start, you want to continue that momentum. It's all about momentum. And when you're hot, you know, and that could carry you a long way. You know, that's if, you know, the referees know how to stay in their place, which I know that's hard for them to do. You know, Mahomes playing ass all season. He wasn't playing too good last season either. You know, Pats ain't really played no serious teams. Yeah, but you know, you still gotta play the games. And you see, the fact is, they're dominating teams. The teams that are lesser than, they're dominating them, and that's what you're supposed to do. And as a matter of fact, a couple weeks ago when they was playing Tampa Bay, before Baker got hurt and all that, when Tampa Bay was on a roll, Tampa Bay was looking like something. And New England went up in there and said, you know, and they got in the shootout, you know. So all of that is building blocks. All of that is building blocks. And the fact that they have confidence in winning, that's another notch, you know, because it's one thing to just win. It's another thing to believe it and then go out there and show it. You know, because when you believe you can win, you're going to go out there and you're going to bust your ass. If you don't believe you're going to win, you get the Raiders. I won't lie that the Patriots look good right now, but Brady days, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that's not like, come on now. Drake May is looking like a pretty good quarterback, but we're talking about longevity here. You can have one good year, and then the next 2 to 3 years you look awful. You know, it just, you know what I'm saying? You just don't know from year to year, and being consistent at it, it's not an easy thing to do. You know, and look, I used to rock with Brady. I don't rock with him no more. But the fact remains, whether you like him or you don't like him, the man went out there and he proved himself. And he played the game for a very long time. You don't stay in the game that long, you know, without, you know, showing who you are and going out there and proving it. you know. And keep in mind, Brady wasn't no workout freak. The man did not work out. So the fact that he had a long career like that, taking hits and all this stuff you got to go through. I mean, to all the Dallas fans right now, they so think. I know it's funny. Oh, it's hilarious. It's hilarious. Cass he's doing. Oh man, minus Tampa Bay. And Jesse, they beat the Eagles and KC with Detroit coming up. They about to be talking hella shit. Oh man, there is. Oh, 13. So okay, hella shit. Now I ain't gonna lie. Last couple of games, Dallas been looking pretty good. I ain't gonna lie. I hate saying it. I hate saying it. But they've been looking pretty good. But how many times we've seen Dallas look good in the regular season? For them, it's not about what you do in the regular season. Can you do it in the playoffs? And they have yet to prove they can do it in the playoffs, no matter who the head coach is, no matter who the quarterback is. Dallas is allergic to the playoffs until further notice. Now I should leave it at that. Because so did my Broncos. I can't stand Brady, but you can't deny the man's talent. Yeah, I was never a Brady fan. Definitely falls in the GOAT category. Oh yeah. Now, but I would never put him above Joe Montana, and that's not biased. Brady lost Super Bowls. Montana lost no Super Bowls. Guess my Broncos beat the Cowboys 44-22. Tyler, I hope so. Just like Pittsburgh chokes in the playoffs. Yeah. But Pittsburgh do got a Super Bowl. I think they got like a couple Super Bowls in the last 25 years. So I give them that. Dallas hasn't even made it to a conference championship game. Think about that. Just think about that. You done had all these good teams. You done won divisional titles and all of this, and you have not made it to a conference championship game. That is wild. And then for all them years, for them to sit here and thinking that they were going to the Super Bowl, first of all, do they even realize or remember you have to play a conference game before you get to the Super Bowl? Do they realize that? Has it been that long that just slipped their brain? Like you have to play a conference championship game before you get to the Super Bowl. They just automatically just going like, we going to the Super Bowl. It's like, huh? You can't even get to a conference championship game. How are you going to get to a Super Bowl? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now, make it make sense. Las Vegas Clowns. Yes. It gotta be embarrassing at this point to be a Raiders fan. Just saying. Cowboys always choking the playoff all the time. All the time, Yeah, I know in recent time, in recent memory and all that, it's been us knocking them out, and then as of like, what was that, last year or whatever, Green Bay, and then of course Green Bay had beat them again. Matter of fact, that was like Prescott's first year, I think it was. Rodgers went in there and beat them. Oh man, that shit was funny. Yeah, that's true. We won today and we are trash, but I still don't care. Jerry Jones worries about that. Oh man, yeah. Jerry don't be looking at the game. He don't even be looking at the game. He looking at something else. You know what I'm saying? That boy. But it's safe to say at this point that Dallas will never win another championship until Jerry Jones is not the owner. Whether they force him out, somebody buys him out, or he ends up dying, they will not win another Super Bowl. They won't even get to a conference. Look, this is what I'm saying. As long as Jerry Jones is the owner of the Dallas, as the girl Tia says, the Arlington Blue Team, because they don't play in Dallas, they play in Arlington, Texas. I'm saying, as long as Jerry Jones is the owner of the Cowgirls, they will not make it to a conference championship. Eyes up. You're looking down too much, buddy. Come on now. We having a conversation. That's the same thing with us when it comes to Woody, two worst organizations in the league. Yeah, you know. But even y'all have made it to a conference championship game in the last 25 years. Y'all made it to back-to-back conference championship games in the last 25 years. They have not. Wait, hold on. Wait, hold on. Straight crotch. Wait, hold on for a second. The Raiders have been to a conference championship game in the last 25 years. Cows, y'all doing better than the Gators and Cowgirls. In 2000. Let that sink in. The Raiders have made it to a conference championship game in the last 25 years, and the Cowboys have not. During the Pirate Bowl, you know. There's a Pirate Bowl, you know. As a matter of fact, they've been to two. Because they was in the one in 2000, and then the one again when they went to the Super Bowl. So they've been to two. And y'all have been to none. Oh my goodness. You know what I'm saying? Yo, shout out to Lonnie. The New Orleans Saints has been to a conference championship game, and the Cowgirls have not. Oh yeah, I was rooting for them too. And I tell you right now, I was already going to go for the Bucks, but I knew without a shadow of a doubt I was about to be on that day a Buccaneers fan, because while I'm sitting at home and I'm watching SportsCenter, as a matter of fact, it was the Wednesday episode of SportsCenter. And they show video footage of John Gruden running the exact same plays that the Raiders run. Why? Because he's the one that put that playbook in. So you had to be thinking that the Raiders were going to change something up. They ran the exact same plays that we just seen in practice John Gruden running with the Buccaneers. What kind of dodo shit is that? Oh, man. Cowgirls ain't done nothing worth mentioning. That's true. That's true. I'm just giving them the 25 years, because when it comes to Super Bowls, you know what I'm saying, we kind of in the same boat too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we kind of in the same boat. So, but we've been to conference championship games. We've been back to the Super Bowls. So we've been there. They haven't even been there. Eagles fans, let's see. Infamous butt fumble in our last Tamatha Sanchez is oh man. Hey. No, you know what? I feel you on that. I know exactly what you said. Because I'll be saying it too. Eagles fans are going to cry. Now boy. Oh man, Eagles fans. I was in sophomore year of high school. I was like, go Bucks. Ooh. Yeah, shit. What's he? 2002? Damn, I was 23 years old. We play them next week. Lest my team, Dodgers, win championships. Dodgers. My Knicks are doing good. So, hey, the Knicks, even though I cannot stand y'all, but the Knicks are relevant again. They are relevant again, and they're always in the conversation of championships. In the conversation of making it to the finals. Practice. What's practice? Practice? I don't know where T is at. That's a good question. Sure, she might just be at home chilling. But I know she ain't. But hey, she's been a very honest Eagles fan. Even while they was winning, she would see like where it was bad at, and that's a true fan right there. You know what I'm saying? Like not even just a fan of a team, but just a fan of football. Like when you see your team having a good record, but you sit there and say, if the coach keeps doing this, we're in trouble. If they don't change this up, we're in trouble. You know what I'm saying? And the fact of how their games have been, how they have to like either sneak out a win or somehow get a fumble right there at the end or whatever, some kind of craziness just to win the game. There's some issues there. But all right, y'all. I'm about to hop off of here. Don't hate. I'm not hating. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. There's always going to be, because you can have a good record and look good, or you can have a good record and look great. That's all I'm saying. Okay, John. So, all right, y'all. I'm up out of here. Y'all enjoy the rest of your night. And I'll see y'all next time. Peace.